Welcome everybody then to SBR. Firstly, why is there a bit of change? Why a change from P2? And the whole idea is really that accountancy is changing. Stakeholders are becoming more and more important. There's a kind of change in focus, isn't there, towards customers in particular, but how suppliers and investors are dealt with. And so SBR tries to mimic that in a little way. There's a new conceptual framework, and the whole idea of the conceptual framework is it gives principles that are then followed. And that is kind of the basis of SBR. What they want to do is follow the principles and not just the manual accounting skills. So linked to all that is performance reporting. Who wants performance reports? Stakeholders do. They need their evaluation of reports, and so these performance measures like EPS and non-financial reporting measures, they're becoming a lot more important. And as I said, the whole idea is that in accounting things are becoming more important than just simply double entry. You need to understand the reasons behind the double entry in order to do it. So moving on then to the exam format, how does that change nowadays? Well, there's two sections, Section A and Section B. Section A is 50 marks split across two sections, and Section B is two lots of 25 markers. Now, remember that all questions are compulsory nowadays in the strategic professional exams, so there are no optional questions. Let's have a look at that exam format in a bit more detail. Section A then, what happens, as we said, there's 50 marks across two questions. The areas covered will be groups, which is syllabus area D, and then kind of standards, which is syllabus area C. Numbers will only ever be 25 marks though, maximum of those 25 marks across the 50. An explanation of these numbers is what's going to be required. And then the second question in Section A will either look at standards and or ethics. Okay, so explanations and ethics making up the other 25 marks. So SBR then, two questions, and while there will be some numerical consolidation, it won't be more than 25 marks. There's going to be more emphasis on knowledge, but consolidation knowledge is still required. And question two will focus more on reporting implications and ethical implications than before. So that's Section A. Section B then, if you remember, two lots of 25 marks. These will be scenario or case study or essay based, and they'll contain both discursive and computational parts to them, but there will always be some form of appraisal, some form of explanation. And these questions will be spread across all the syllabus. So it could include a full question or part of the question that requires the appraisal of financial or non-financial information, and it could be from anybody's perspective as well. Current issues, which as you know in P2 were question 4, these will now not be a full question, will be part of the question, and the syllabus now helpfully gives us a lot more information on what those current issues will be. But overall, a far greater emphasis on analysis and interpretation rather than just knowledge.